Hey y'all, welcome back to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex. Greatly appreciate my returning subscribers and my new viewers. So let's get started. I'm going to do Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter general energy update. Please check your other placements if you feel this one doesn't resonate, to see if maybe those are more on the wavelength that you're on right now. So I'm changing up my format a little bit. Before, I would start with Capricorn and go in the order, the remaining order of the zodiac. And now I'm going to do it by elements. So today is earth, the next day will be fire, then air, then wrapping up with water. And then on Fridays, I do my weekend. Or either Thursday nights or Friday mornings, I haven't decided yet. That's when I do my weekend energy vibe check, okay? So Virgos. 9-card spread. I'll clarify as I need to, if I need to get a better understanding of the messages from Spirit. Excuse me, guys. So, Spirit, what are the messages that you would like me to relate to my Virgo collective? What are the messages for the Virgo collective? What are the messages you would like me to relate to my Virgo collective? Oh, and I'm doing all uprights for this, okay? So, sorry guys, I need my music. It helps me channel a bit better. So let's start with the central energies for you. Future, past, present, past. Okay, I like that. So far, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay. Overlying outward energies, the past. And then the underlying unseen energies. Present, let's do. Okay. Let's see, I hope that's clear. Let me turn this down just a teach. Okay, so at the center of the spread, we have you as a Queen of Swords. So you're being very decisive in this present moment. You are putting things in place, setting things in motion, making plans, and you are taking no prisoners either. So things that come to interfere with that, you're not having it at this moment. I don't know if Virgos ever really do have it. Like, have a high tolerance for things that interfere with their plan or their process, but especially in this upcoming week or so, Virgo, you're not trying to hear it. So that is your present energy. Now, the funny thing, let's see, how do we want to do this? So many directions to take this reading. You're in this position, but coming out of a place where you were the total opposite of that. It was like not knowing how to move forward. Even if you had clear options or ability to, you felt very trapped and stuck in your head. Over analytical, analysis paralysis almost is what I'm getting from this. Something had you, I feel analysis paralysis, and that makes so much sense, especially for Virgo energies. So I'm gonna go with that. This Eight of Swords wasn't so much the result of maybe negative stimuli, but just too much. Like, just too many eggs in the basket, too many options and choices, too many obligations, something. So what you did was completely froze and shut off from the outside world but it wasn't because you wanted to. So Hermit is more about intentionally doing so, or that energy being around you. Or Hangman is more about taking a pause. But the Eight of Swords was more like a deer in headlights. Like everything just came at you at once. So you're in this present energy of coming out of that and starting to kind of cut through a lot of the BS, cut through the weeds, make things clearer. And what it does internally, you step into this Empress energy of finally coming to a place where, okay, now I can sit back and rest and enjoy and kind of look at what I put together from this place of authority, nurturing, as well. Just being in this energy of success and abundance. Now, this totally matches up as far as the outcome, because something that you're doing quite literally comes to, like, you gain success on something. So if you are working on something and coming out of the weeds on it, just know that you are going to be successful at it. If there's a project, I'm hearing a fundraiser for some of you guys. What else? That's primarily what I'm getting. Something like a fundraiser, an event, something of that nature. It's going to come off absolutely successful, right? Whatever it is, your decisiveness and, you know, your bluntness, as sharp as your tongue may be sometimes, and as no BS as you are in this moment, people understand that it's coming from a place of love. So whatever you're working on is something that truly you're passionate about. And people can see that because of how protective you are of whatever it is that you've got going on. I think part of the issue in the past, though, is that people didn't really appreciate the fact that it was too much being laid on you at one time. Because you, while in the Eight of Swords energy, kind of how everybody else viewed you, or what you gave off was like kind of this High Priestess energy. Like, Virgo is silent, but it's because they're working on something. It's because they know something we don't know. It's because of their wisdom. So I get this, for the Virgos that I'm talking to, you may have a position of leadership or authority, or people just revere you highly. And sometimes, so they have you on such a pedestal that they always take your silence as being a sign of intention or wisdom, when sometimes it's a cry for help. So in that, I would say the Spirit is saying that part of avoiding getting back into that energy again, Virgos, you need to learn to open your mouth. What is evident to you and clear to you is not clear to everyone. Everyone's tolerance is different. Everyone's level of compassion and receptivity to others is different. Open your mouth when you get overloaded. Don't feel like this is a natural part of your process. It doesn't have to be. Now, granted, you do come out of that, but why unnecessarily put yourself through that? Underlying energy in the recent past was Queen of Pentacles. So I get that. Very grounded, very self-sufficient. Yes, whatever you're given is like, it turns to gold. I get that from Queen and King of Pentacles, like this Midas touch energy. And that's why people feel that way about you. You may not realize that people see you as this, not divine. What's the word? Kings, queens, emperors. Anyway, almost like this elite person, right? And you are because of your talents and abilities. But what's happening is people are overloading you, because just because you can push through it doesn't mean you should have to. Inside, this is going on. Underneath, you have the ability for this, but nobody knows that you're basically trapped. Okay, but I do see that part of you in this Queen of Swords energy, this decisiveness and this clarity that you have now, not only are you able to push forward and move forward to what, okay, the dogs next door are barking now, and my dog is walking around, so excuse any noise. But not only do people see your passion and tenacity for whatever it is that you are taking on and working towards, but also it's a vehicle for you to move into a calmer waters, to travel forward in life as well. So this Six of Swords can often mean a couple of things. Moving forward to a place of more stability, but also travel. So whatever you're working on, I don't think you realize that it takes you way further than the project at hand. And maybe it's because of this victory and because of how strong and resilient you are. But whatever you're working on in this present day, Virgos, for those of you working on a big project, a big event, a big fundraiser, whatever it is a vehicle to move you into a whole new phase of life. Look at this future energy. The Empress, underline is 4 of Pentacles, overline energy 6 of Wands. So you get a very public victory, you get acclaim, you get the credit, but internally you also learn to preserve and preserve your energy a little bit better some kind of way from this. You took on a whole lot, or you took on a lot, and you have worked through it like magic some kind of way. And you are learning your lessons about taking on too much of the burden or not shouldering some of the responsibility with something, with others. Like, you're going to be successful in that aspect, but this puts you through a lot. This Eight of Swords is really standing out to me. So let's start by clarifying that. What is this Eight of Swords for Virgos in the recent past? You're like, yeah, I'm coming out of this. This is how we're going to do this. I bet I won't do this no more. I bet you won't have me doing all this by myself again. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Three of Pentacles. So it was like Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity in which you were supposed to collaborate with others, but you ended up doing all the work. It was supposed to be collaboration, but who is over here with this Ace of Pentacles? You. There are 3 people here. Yet you doing all these Eight of Pentacles by yourself. So yeah, there's something about people not carrying their weight. You do get people do recognize this. I almost feel like this Three of Pentacles energy, they attach themselves to you because they were like, oh, okay, here's the thing, Virgo, I know you want to be helpful. I know you have ideas, but sometimes it benefits you to not always be the first one with the answer, because what happens is you become a target for people like this who want to take advantage of you, who don't want to work, who don't have their own ideas. Sometimes silence is your best friend. And that could also be why this High Priestess is here as kind of somewhat advice too. Yes, people see you as having wisdom and intuition and knowledge, but also sometimes silence is best. Because when you always, it's like doing group projects for school. Let's say you're middle school, you have a science project due, and you're the person that's always answering first. And you're the person that's always doing 5 paragraphs when you only have to have 3. And you're the person that loves speaking in front of the class. That's wonderful. That's wonderful in the sense that it shows initiative. It's horrible when it comes to the slackers in the classroom being able to identify who they can lash themselves on to do all the work. And I feel like you being too quick sometimes to provide a solution. If you're wondering why you always end up doing everything, it's because you present yourself as the person that does everything, and it drains you. But I feel that you're coming into some sort of clarity about that. So you work through this for the sake of whatever this is that you're passionate about, but you also learn a lesson. The Spirit is saying that's an important lesson to take forward with you, because you're not only moving to calmer waters. I do feel like you working through this is opening a door for something else that comes into you. This victory, you being on a pedestal. I get from this Empress energy something very public. I almost feel like I see a TV around her. So, let me clarify this Empress energy. Is that thunder? I love rain, so it's not bothering me. Let's see. This Empress energy, 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups, Ace of Swords. Yeah, you go into this with clarity about how you've shouldered way too much more than your fair share of the work. But whatever this is, I'm sorry guys, my dog. It's not bothering me, but I hope it's not bothering you. I want to push forward while I'm in the zone. Babs! Have a seat, dear. Please don't come on my table. Go sit. Okay. It is thunder. You come through this with a lot of clarity about the fact that you have unnecessarily shouldered so much weight. Way more in your endeavors than what you needed to. But this opportunity brings you so much peace. And it's like an opportunity in which you're met with the same determination, vision, and tenacity as you have shown in the past. But you also still have this awareness, like, I come from a place where I had to do it all on my own. And now I have this beautiful opportunity open up to me. And I realized I was doing it wrong the whole time. I don't know what that is. Y'all let me know if this resonates at all. And so you go into this space of being encouraged almost from a universal level, from the universe, like, to preserve yourself. You don't have to do so much, Virgo. You put yourself out there to almost be a moving target for those negative energies that want to take advantage of you. But because you kind of persevered through this situation anyway, you're detaching yourself from those energies and moving into a space where people bring you just as much passion, initiative, all of those things. Sorry, the 3 of Wands popped out. So what is this victory? And then we're going to wrap this up. I want to see what the 6 of Wands. This is a very public victory. I do see we have a 10 of... Jeez. Okay, yeah. I get TV vibes. Who is this? 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the World card. You really are making a name for yourself. And you did it from the ground up. And you're closing off this cycle where it's not met with the reward. Like, you're getting the reward, the accolades, the attention, and the upgrade that you finally deserve. So Virgo, this is wonderful messages for you. It's just more about you knowing and understanding why things happened a certain way in the past. You really have to be careful about the energies that you have around you and the people that take advantage of the fact that, you know, you are so meticulous, you are such a thorough person. It's something about the environment that you're in. Your talents served you well, but because you were so talented, those who do the most are always expected to continue to do the most. It was like just a lot on you. But you've made it through this. Realize that you deserve everything good that's coming in for you. But also realize that you don't have to continue to be in situations where you do it all alone. You're leveling up into a situation where there are other like-minded people around you that will also push you more. Because I feel like a lot of you have been surrounded by people who could never understand the way you think. They could never understand your drive and your passion. And now you're about to be surrounded by some folks, Virgo, and some situations and people who are so like-minded that they're going to actually challenge you, but in a good way. So embrace the challenge, okay? In a good way, that it's another level. They're going to help you up your game even more. I'm curious if you feel like sharing what this is, what your industry is, if it's like a business thing. But either way, I hope this helps someone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.